Because these are problems, I think, which challenge the very foundations of modern social theory. And modern social theory, in its classical form, does offer us some ways of thinking about these problems. And Karl Marx is undoubtedly a thinker of an energy transition like this. And I'm going to leave that tradition for my colleagues in China to think through. In the West, unsurprisingly perhaps, that's not the main mode of policy thinking about this issue. The main mode, if you want to understand the way in which critical social scientists in the West think about this issue, it's Karl Polanyi. Why Karl Polanyi? Not because he's as brilliant as Karl Marx. He's a journalist, he's a second-order thinker. But what he does is to problematize and theorize, and there may be specialists. The last time I was in Beijing, why did I say that? Last time I was in Beijing, I ran into somebody who was a huge specialist of Karl Polanyi, and they schooled me on Karl Polanyi. So, no disrespect to Karl Polanyi. He's a fantastically interesting thinker. He's a fantastically interesting thinker because he thinks the relationship between capitalism and democracy. And whether we like it or not, on either side, the problem of the green energy transition in the West is thought through the prism of the relationship between capitalism and democracy. It is through its apparatuses that this problem is processed. And what Karl Polanyi diagnosed is not a neat dialectic, not a dialectic that resolves in a dramatic and final way, but a back and forth between interests in society shocked and then attempting to reassert leadership and control over society, what he called the double movement, in the process of economic development.